try to keep the owner sidetracked. This ain't a game, I'm just giving you the facts. I'm a god and I love being black. Black is a process of color and it cannot be another. We black dogs. We spread knowledge from brother to brother, we care. Takers of earth, we the first people here. We the first human beings that were breathing this air. Yeah, all the way down to the last hour. You know what we about. Black power, black domination, black supremacy, global.
And we're getting the info from the community. And that's the best way we get information, is reaching out to the members of that community. And with that being said, I got LiscioSport and Allison in the house, uptown, Washington, D.C. You know, they you can find them on social media. I'm sure they'll like to tell you where you can get some of these clothing items from. And they do a wonderful job. You know, where can we find you, brother?
Well, you can reach us out at LiscioSport. You can Google LiscioSport. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You know, we try to do it all. LiscioSport, LiscioSport.
That's right, and I will put that in the video. Okay, so we definitely get that word out. So you know, like I do to all my guests, you know, I welcome with peace and black power and love. Okay, my first question I have is, what are your solutions, or what are the solutions to reciprocate the culture of the black community? If you had the financial gain, if you had the power to change it, what would you do to change the black community, or your solutions to change the black community?
It is crazy that you just asked that question, because me and my girlfriend was just talking about this. There are a lot of, to me, in my opinion, there are a lot of homeless people. There are a lot of people who, they have misfortunes, and that's why they're homeless. It's not just because they just want to be out on the street. And I'm not talking about the people who are asking for change just so they could support a habit. I'm talking about the actual people that are homeless. I've seen families with kids laying on streets. Like, and it's, to me, it hurts my heart when I see that. And me and her talked about this. If I had money, I would probably have a building. I would probably purchase a building. We see a lot of abandoned buildings. I would probably purchase a building, and I would get the homeless people, and for them to sleep there, they would work. They would work on the building that they're living in, because I feel like if they're going to take care of where they want to live at. So if there's a building that's been broken down, they're going to work there and fix it during the day and have someone to lay their head at night.
Yeah, it is abandoned buildings in the city.
A lot of them.
Ride through every day, you know, through the cities, buildings, houses, homes, you know, little small spots that like
boarded up.
Yeah.
And there's so many people just on the street. And if I had the money, that's what I would do. I would probably invest in these buildings and give these people who are willing, because there are people out here with kids that are willing to work, but they just feel like they don't have any resources, or they don't have any way to it, or they don't have phones, or they can't find a way to get it. There's so many people like that. Me and my friend, we was downtown. I was downtown her. I saw a mother with kids. Me and her was talking about it that day. I saw a mother with kids. She had a whole setup, a bed, sodas, all that on the ground. I felt like, you know, she could have had no resources, no way.
Just to veggie back on that, I do believe that it takes more of us to stand out and to push that agenda forward, you know, because if it's not just us, it's our people too, you know, and we have to look out for them as well, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, that's one of our problems, man. Like, we don't help each other out. Yeah. Right. This generation, man, this generation now, it's terrible. I'm sorry to say, man.
True that. Which brings me to my next question. As far as the community, what do we do about the drugs in our community? To be more in detail, the hard drugs. We know when you're talking about Mary Jane.
Yeah, clear. He said, no, we're not.
But you know, we talking about the hard drugs that really has an effect on the family structure.
I think in order for that to get out of the communities, it takes people to stop bringing it in the communities. They don't want it in their own families, but yet they give it to the community. It's like, don't contradict. If you don't want it going on in your family, don't give it to the community around your family.
So pretty much
people get what they want.
No,
if you make the bed, you lie in it. If you're giving it to the community that you live in, the community you're around, you have to lie in that bed. People make the bed they lie in.
What if they just shut all the liquor stores down?
There's a liquor store on every half a block.
But what if they shut all the liquor stores down and all these alcoholics find out that all the liquor stores down? They gonna go crazy.
No, they're just going to go elsewhere to find another liquor store.
Ain't going to be not in the state, like
shut it all down.
Yeah,
but in reality, that won't happen because they know they're making money off these liquor stores.
But then that
would you educate or leave an option for your kid to become a police officer in this day and this time?
I would educate my kid because I wouldn't want them to find it out from someone else and know that I didn't tell them about it. But I would let them know about, because I don't have kids right now, so I would let my kids know about things that happened in the past and let them get the choice to make their decision and hopefully know that I raised them right to know that they will make the right decision after they know what has been going on in the past. Like I said, because I don't have kids now, so my kids would be even more into the future. Hopefully it's not crazy like it is now. But they would have to look back. I would make sure I would let them look back and see and know about what happened in the past to know to make the right decision.
Yes. What are your thoughts on homosexuality?
My thoughts on homosexuality are, I am not a homosexual, and if someone else chooses to be, that is their decision. I feel like people out here pay too much attention to what other people are doing. If someone is choosing to be a homosexual, that is completely their decision. And just like you're entitled to your decision, and we're entitled to our decision, they should be entitled to their decision.
Do you think that it's an attack or a specific agenda against the black community as far as homosexuality?
Is there
is there an agenda? When you take a look at what the media is giving you to look at as far as these TV shows like Empire, for example, and they're glorifying the homosexual. He's making it in this world, so subconsciously.
I mean, it didn't start with shows, not to cut you off, but it didn't start with shows like Empire. If you went back to shows, even like, what was that show? Ugly Betty. They had the gay guy, and he moved on up in the fashion world.
Perry.
They have so many shows like that. That glorify, I guess, if you want to say it like that, they glorify it. But in my opinion, I think that they're just doing these TV shows and they see what's going on in the world, and they're just relating so people can watch it and get their ratings up.
Yeah, because they made it okay. When they passed that law.
Well, that too, they made it okay, but these are shows, like you said, they're shows. They want to get a rating up, so of course they're going to cater to the audience of the people who they know are going to watch their show. It's a show. They want to get their ratings up.
What would be a message to them? Like, what would you say to them for the people who's following?
I would probably tell the rappers that yes, a lot of kids are paying attention because the things that you do are impressionable on their minds. So I would just tell the rappers to start rapping about more positive things, about telling the kids about how cool it is to stay in school, like how they used to do it, like how it let the kids know how it's not cool to do drugs. Because rapping used to be about that. Rapping used to be about don't do drugs and go to school, and it wasn't all that, like you said, lean, drugs, tight jeans. It wasn't all that. So I would just tell the rappers to make their rap more positive, give a more positive message, because you got to look at it. If you had a younger sibling and they was coming up and doing the things that you doing, but you didn't want them to do it because they were younger than you, that's your little brother or sister. You got to look at it like that. Everybody out here look at it like brothers and sisters. If we look at stuff like that, we would all be better if everybody looked at it like brothers and sisters instead of somebody trying to be on top of the next person, trying to claw their way to the top over the next person. Brothers and sisters.
What about your message to the rappers, brother? What would you like to tell them?
Pretty much the same thing. Pretty much, they know what they be doing out here. Like these rappers, man, you need to cut it out.
That's what's up, man.
You need to cut it out.
Well, there you go, family. You know, we do it again. I'm gonna start my little trivia questions. You know, I have a couple of them. Right
Trivia.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta fill in the blanks. So, okay, I'm gonna do it one by one, I guess. So, you gonna go first, sister?
I'm about to say like Family Feud.
When I wake up, the first thing I do is,
Thank God for waking me up.
brother. When I wake up, the first thing I do is,
On the face.
okay. If you had all the money,
Not yet.
what would you change?
Homelessness.
For you, brother, what would you change?
Buildings, more LiscioSport everywhere, man.
I know that's right.
Yeah, man.
Globally.
Global LiscioSport.
Yeah, man. Everywhere.
Worldwide.
That
That's
sounds
what it's gonna be,
that
baby.
sounds
It's gonna
nice.
be like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had a time machine, what would you change? What would you go back in the future to change? And in the past to change for the future, I'm sorry.
If I had a time machine, I probably would go back to when Bush became president and made Obama run for president. And we would have Obama run 2 terms. 4 terms, because they run 2 terms already for president. That's what I would probably change. Bush whole thing. The whole thing Bush did to us. I would probably change that whole. If that one thing didn't happen of him becoming president.
Okay.
Respect.
So since you kind of took my little
Dang, I just took all your answers today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's alright. So since if we was to go back in time,
Yeah, we just go back in time.
and you gonna do that with the president,
Changing Bush.
Obama,
Switching Bush and Obama.
Anything.
you gonna have Obama.
What would you
go
change?
back, man. I'd probably change. Man, it gotta be the same thing.
Definitely, man. Okay, the last one is the second to last one. My favorite food is.
Pizza.
My favorite food is.
Food, chicken.
Okay, now how do you spell shop? Shop, like you're shopping. How you spell shop?
SHOP.
What do you do when you get at a green light?
Stop. Oh. That was so slick. And I called right on just like that was so slick. That was smart though. That was so that was some really tricky wordplay. That was he said when you do a green light, we both said stop. We supposed to say
so
go.
just wrapping it up, family. Remember.
That was tricky wordplay.
Green
Hey.
red light. He said red light.
Hey,
He didn't know. I called on just
the
like
words
that.
is quicker than the eye.
It really is. It really is. I called on just like that. That was I gotta use that.
Yes, indeed, family. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And, you know what I'm saying? We representing. I told everyone that I would bring some entrepreneurs in that's pushing their product. We try to buy black and try to invest in our own people. So, let them know where they can find you, man. Give us some social media address.
LiscioSport, LiscioSport on IG, LiscioSport Apparel on IG, LiscioSport on Facebook, YouTube. I go on for day. LiscioSport, Google me.
And I'm pink work of art. Pink like the color work of art. But my name is Allison Charity.
All right, family. So, you know, we want to close out by saying peace and black power.
Living Sight Creativity is ours.